Hey everybody, it's Dagan again. I'm back with another little video on some tips on how to spot a liar. And today we're going to talk about more about verbal manifestations. So this video is tip number 5, verbal manifestations part 2. So on the untruthful side, they get to answer, they should be answering promptly. They'll be able to recount their story repeatedly with only maybe very, very minor changes. And when it comes to the untruthful side, they could have delayed responses by pausing before the question. They could even answer too quickly. They could repeat the question. They may even respond with a question. They could have hanging sentences. They could even have non responses. They could utilize physical behavior to cover that delay in the answer. For example, with a deep breath, clears their throat, etc., things like that. They could have political type answers. For example, at this point in time, if I recall correctly, to the best of my knowledge, they can even emphasize truthfulness with honestly, honest to God. They can even have memory problems, or they just say they can't remember. Now, remember, I've always talked about this. You should know their baseline. If you know their baseline, you're going to have a better idea to know when they're being untruthful and telling you a lie. But if you don't know their baseline, you really have to wrap up all these tips in one. And of course, the more signs they give you, the more likelihood they are, being untruthful. But you remember, this is, not all these things are just set in stone, because some of these could represent even the truthful people. For example, the delayed response by pausing before answering. You could be asking them something about happened quite a while back, and they're just kind of pausing for a little bit to try to remember what happened to give you a truthful response. So remember, these are not all set in stone. And for like memory problems, they can't remember. Well, I know several people that just have bad memories. That's just part of them. So remember, it's always best to know the baseline. And if you don't know the baseline, just kind of roll up all these little tips in one. And the more signs they give you, the more likelihood they are lying. So I hope you enjoyed this series. And I've already gotten good responses from this, and I really appreciate those. And I also do beard product reviews on this channel. So if you're a bearded guy, check out my channel and hopefully give me a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you just like this type content, you can come back for it too. So remember, keep your beards healthy, and until next video.